Hi, it's Sharon Christie with Bold Women Lawyers, and today I have a special message. Thanks for joining me, and I want to talk about what I'm calling "run your own race." Now, let me explain where the idea for this came from. I was in a group discussion a few days ago with some women business owners. Most of them, in fact, I think I was the only attorney and former owner of a law firm. But these were all women business owners, and we were talking about a number of issues. One of the things that we discussed was the idea of success, how you define success, and how do you reach success in your own business. Now, defining success is something we'll talk about in a different broadcast. So I'm not going to cover that today. But I was really struck by what one of the women said. And she said, look, when you are running your own small business, you need to run your own race. And I really took that to heart because I see so many women attorneys in solo and small firm practice who are trying to do it the way they think it should be done. And they're not taking time to step back and think about, but wait a minute, how do I want this business to run? How can I make it work for me and my needs? So I think of it this way. Now, I'm a huge football fan. And if you're a football fan like me, you'll know just what I'm talking about. But even if you're not a football fan, I think you'll get it. So in football, we've all seen this where the quarterback throws the football to a receiver, the receiver catches it, and he's got a lot of wide open space between him and the end zone, which is where he scores the touchdown. And he starts running, and he's looking good, and you just know he's going to get there, but he starts to turn around to look to see, where's everybody else? Where's everybody else? Who's behind me? And the next thing you know, he got so distracted by worrying about who's behind him that they catch up with him. He doesn't score the touchdown. I think it's like that. I know it is for a lot of law firms. You get so distracted by what's my competition doing that you're not focused on the right goals. Now, listen, I'm not saying you shouldn't care about your competition. Of course you should. It doesn't matter what your business is, but if you are a small business owner and your business happens to be a law firm, of course you want to be aware of who's your competition, what are they doing. You can certainly learn from your competition, but you don't want to always be chasing your competition. Because if you are, you might as well go work for them. I mean, what's the reason to have your own business if you're not going to do it your way? And when I say your way, what I mean is a way that is successful and profitable, but meets your own needs. What I find with some women attorneys that I talk to is they're spending way too much time being concerned about what the competition is or trying to model what their competition is doing without having a good understanding as to why the competition is doing what they're doing in the way that they're doing it. And when that happens, you can go down a whole lot of rabbit holes, or worse, you can start spending a whole lot of money on things that you think are going to make you as successful as you believe your competition is. Maybe, things that you see them implementing or services that they're using or software that they're using, whatever it might be. And you start spending a whole lot of money on that before you have fully evaluated whether it's a good business decision for your business. Because what somebody else finds to be very helpful for them to reach their goal may not work at all for you. So what's the message? I mean, the message is pretty straightforward. You need to know what your goals are. you need to know how you want your business to work in a way that meets your needs. So, for example, if you know that you need to have flexibility on every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon for a certain period of time because of things that your children are involved with, then you're going to structure your law firm to make that happen. Now, that may not be how somebody else does it, and that's fine. That doesn't mean that you can't be successful. Of course you can. That doesn't mean that you can't meet your goal. Of course you can. But you're going to approach the structure of your law firm in a different way. And that's okay, because gone are the days where every law business has to run the same way. I mean, really, those days are gone. And you need to be able to recognize what your specific needs are in terms of the business structure and how it runs, and then work on how you can implement processes in your law firm that will meet those needs. So if you find yourself frequently chasing your competition, that's a sign that you need to recognize, and you need to stop and step back and rethink what you're doing. And you need to rethink it in terms of what you need and how you need your business to operate so that you can be successful on your own terms. Run your own race, be aware of your competition, but don't try to pattern yourself according to what your competition's doing, because what works for them may very well not work for you, or you might implement it and it works in terms of the business goals that you're trying to achieve, but not in terms of your personal goals. And you want to achieve both, and you can achieve both. So that's a tip that I have about how to structure the processes in your law firm, how to run your law firm. And tell me, leave a comment if you find that that's something that you've done. Tell me, what prompted you to be chasing your competition, and if you've stopped, what caused you to stop, and how did you make that transition? I'd love to hear from you about it. So I hope that was a helpful tip for you, and I hope you find these live videos helpful. I would encourage you to go to my website, boldwomenlawyers.com, because you can download my solo success guide. It really applies to solo and small firms, but that was a mouthful, so I called it the Solo Success Guide. But there's lots of other business tips in there that you will find, I think, very helpful in how to best structure a firm and the things that you need to do to really build a successful law firm for yourself. So go to boldwomenlawyers.com, download the guide, it's free, and come back next week and we'll do another live broadcast, and I'll give you another success tip at that time. Have a great day.